Hey world, hey baby grand, and all the accompanying kingdom keys. It is just me, your queen, your coach, your colleague, your co-laborer in the gospel, and your friend, Dr. Brenda Bowers. Now let me tell you something. First of all, welcome to your future. Hey future. Why is it the future? Because today is always yesterday's tomorrow. And whenever you're watching this, it is today. So when is your future? Right now. So what are you waiting for? Whatever it is, you need to stop waiting because it is happening right now. And we have 86,400 seconds that God has given us. Everything that has breath needs to praise him, and that doesn't, part of his creation, let me tell you, 86,400 seconds that has no respecter of nothing. It's where equity and equality kiss each other because God gives us all, whoever we are, wherever we are, whenever we are, whatever we look like, walk like, talk like. It is an equal allocation of seconds every 24 hours, and we get to choose how we spend them for the most part. So as we are making those decisions by the second, it is those decisions by the second that create a lifetime. So welcome to your future. And I am just excited to be part of your future, which means that I'm part of your now. What I started to say is this is the first time. This is probably about the 21st or 22nd try to record what your sandwich is today. It has just been an incredible day of seconds. So I just figure, you know what? It must really be something special. I know, my lighting and everything. Isn't it something? And it has just not been one particular thing. There have been different things that have been going on throughout the day. But I am so grateful that I am willing to not only face the enemy, this enemy that has kept me from being the me that God has created me to be, but also the beauty in me that allows me to be the masterpiece that God has created me to be. Something that has just not been part of my reality, part of my intellect, but not part of my living out of who God has made me to be. So it's a very interesting thing to be at this point in life and then say, wow, I'm probably not going to have 64 more years of seconds to get it together. But Lord, thank you for continuing to help me have seconds so that I can do something that I have not mastered yet. It is true that I am a double doctorate and that I am a researcher and I'm I'm a scientist and y'all know the whole thing. A numerologist, medical expert, education expert, expert in religion, all other stuff. Yeah. Children, that my mission in life was God blessed me to raise children that could run the world, because then the bride of Christ would be larger when Jesus comes back for her, and I've done that too, and I'm so grateful and humble. I didn't know that accepting worth was not synonymous to being prideful, and that is among many things that religion has done in saying, these opposing forces of pride and humility are so distinguishable that if you say anything about yourself and what you have and how you look and what you know, and that you're called, or my Lord, chosen in fivefold ministry, chosen and anointed and authentic and not in competition with anything and anybody, and the haters hate and the lovers love and everybody in between does whatever it is that they do. But now I found out it's okay just to be you, because every second that we're not who we're supposed to be is a second that we're not being effective in why we are here in the very first place. All that, the other thing that I'm not apologizing for is I'm a verbal processor. My name is Brenda. and I process using words. And when I'm quiet, I'm still processing in my mind. It took me 64 years to believe. I heard it for a long time that when people would say, "What are you thinking about?" and somebody says nothing, I just am like, yeah, you know, liars, liars, pants on fire kind of thing. Because how do you not think? How is it that you're thinking about nothing? And you're coming to grips that, yeah, some people really aren't processing all the time. They know how to turn off their mind. I'm like, wow, that's like just I know some of you all, I'm not talking to y'all that ain't been thinking about nothing. I'm talking to the few of y'all that are like me, who have always been thinking since you've been here. Like the person that made the thinker statue. My brother Clyde was an artist, and he got an A+ in making emulation of the thinker out of clay, and we had it for a really long time in our house. Hey, Clyde. I've tried to do this video about this sandwich so many times. Look, y'all know how come August has been important. You know how come 2024 is important, and you know that the next time we're going to have another 8 is going to be in 2033. So you know we got 9 years before we can do this again. So let me just get to the sandwich, because if something else happens, I just don't know how this isn't going to how I'm not going to get this video to you. So I know that it is important. So you gotta catch up, because I can't go back, because I'm trying to get this done really quick and really fast. We are out of the single digits, we're out of the ones, we're out of the twos. We are in a triple-deca, not a triple-decker, but you're gonna make a triple-decker sandwich today, but it's gonna be made out of a triple-deca, because deca is what? What is a triple-deca? A deca is a 10, so a triple-deca would be a 30. And guess what today is? Today is Friday, August 30th. So we get to do all this fun stuff with 30. So the first thing that we're going to do with the first piece of bread, and I got to read it because it's just all this stuff going on, but the seconds matter. So you've already had lunch. Oh, well, we not being defeated. We're going to have supper, and we still going to chew, and we're spending our 86,400 seconds. So we still got time. We got time left in the day. So here we are for the first piece of bread for 30, or beginning new. And again, you know, that's what we do. We begin new, and then the back end piece of bread is a new beginning, because God is launching us into tomorrow, which is going to be today, because the day is yesterday's tomorrow. Welcome to your future. And here we are, 86,400 seconds. And we're in this 8th month, 2024, 888, Lionsgate portal, all of that. Catch up. You got to catch up. You got to catch up, because all of that is what we're doing. Put your ingredients in, because we still want to make a cookbook so people can know how to make these scrumptious sandwich that you all have been making all month. So the first piece of bread, whatever kind of bread it is, white bread, cornbread, sour bread, wheat bread, flat bread, light bread, heavy bread, multi-grain, no grain, rye, don't matter. Whatever that first piece of bread is, what we're going to do is spread this number 30 day. What we're going to do with that first piece of bread is we are going to name 3 qualities of ourselves, and we're going to use the first 3 letters of our name. So if you only have 3 letters in your name, then okay, it's easy. And if you perhaps only have 2, then just use the second letter twice. 3 words, quality. So these are positive things that we're saying to ourselves, because we can have value and worth without it being something negative about what we're doing to the world, or any kind of stuck up way, whatever. That we're not doing that. This is just worth, so that we can live the best life possible, because it's our life. And I'm typically talking to grown folks, so do what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it, but just let that be the same in all directions, right? So this first piece of bread, you do have great qualities. So for me, if I took BRE, the first 3 letters of my name, what are some qualities I could say? That I'm brave, I'm resilient, I'm expressive. So 3 qualities that you can say about yourself to yourself. Look in the mirror. It is your first piece of bread. It is what you are using. So allow this to be the spread of the day for your first piece of bread in your sandwich. The second piece of bread, today's specific medicinal manna meat number 30, this triple-deca day, 3 expressed 10 times. 30 is so powerful. We are making a triple-deca sandwich today, so we are stacking 3 10s on top of each other, meaning the first 10 slices are going to represent 3. The number of triunity, clear communication, and its perch for expansion. The second 10 slices will represent 0. And remember, 0 is never nothing. It represents eternity, infinity, completeness, and it has the ability to represent anything and everything at the same time. And that's the dichotomy that often is misinterpreted as meaning nothing. And the final set of 10 slices today are slices of biblical representation of 30. So I want you to do 2 slices of each. And all of this is already in. I'm reading you what I'm posting. So the last 10 slices are going to be to each of these 5 things. The age Jesus began his earthly ministry. The age of Joseph, when he stood before Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. The age of King David, when he began his reign. The year in Ezekiel expressed as being written in the 30th year. The age expressed in the Torah as the age of full strength. All of those are 30. So spread it on thickly so you can nibble nutrition all day long and all night long until you eat again tomorrow. And our last piece of bread, our sandwich for new beginnings, we're going to spread the number 30 in a circle. So just think about it being in a circle, because that's another meaning of the number 30. And 30 is the embodiment of the time cycle and the clock. You see, that's circle. So we're spreading circle. The circle, a circle is how many degrees? 360 degrees. A clock has how many sections? 12 sections. And guess what? 360 divided by 12 is 30. So this sandwich is now perfectly balanced and launches our new beginning with dedication for the selected tasks that God has for us. So we know mastication, ingestion, digestion, so we don't get indigestion. Remember to chew 33 times to represent every year of Jesus Christ being on this earth for us. And then share your sandwich ingredients in the comments. And tomorrow's the last day. 31. Oh my goodness, before we go into the 9. Wasn't that 9 something yesterday? That 9 was really something. That 8 and that 9, the new beginning that wraps up in complete, perfect triunity. It's amazing. Now, this is 13 minutes. I'm just praying that this uploads, and I love you. I appreciate you. And as always, until soon. I'm processing. Y'all know there's so much more I want to say, but I'm just not going to. Until soon. As always, I got faith. And shalom.